Testing my mic just to check levels. All right, here we go. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Camerata Podcast. This is our 22nd episode. We hit the 20th just about a week and a half ago. I'm super proud of that. Today, I have with me two members of, is it the Hashi? The Hashi? How would you like me to?
The Hashi.
The Hashi, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, so why don't you I'm sorry, my bad. Why don't y'all introduce yourselves, Matt J and Matt P?
I'm Matt
Is
J. I play guitar and sing in the Hashi, and we got together. What year did we get together?
2016.
2016.
Yeah, early then.
We released our first EP called Family Jewels a few years ago, and we just have a new single out called Drain Me that came out about maybe almost a year ago. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
nice.
This is Matt P.
Yeah, I'm the other Matt. Matt P, I guess is what I'm going by now. I'm the drummer, and yeah, we're the two main writers of the band, and yeah, we
are
known
the Hashi. Yeah,
we're the Hashi. We've known each other forever.
Yeah, since high school, best friends.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, so if you don't mind me kind of just getting into, I suppose, what I've seen from the Hashi, y'all have a whole bunch of, like, y'all have been around the local scene. I think the most recent thing that I've seen from y'all is that y'all played a show at JC's Kitchen in
Yeah.
Uptown Whittier. That's my home turf. That's sick. How
Oh,
did that come
nice.
Oh
about?
wow, no way.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was good. I work at that restaurant at JC's Kitchen, and that's how that whole thing got brought up. We played a show last year, and we wanted to come back ever since. So we thought Cinco de Mayo would be a good opportunity for us to come back, especially after COVID and everything. So
Yeah, it was like our comeback show. And
Yeah.
It just felt really good to play in front of people again.
Oh, that's hella rad, dudes. Yeah, like I had never seen live music at JC's before, so it was really just like a trip to see that post that y'all put up. Like, hey, we just
Yeah.
played this show. This is fucking
Definitely.
rad.
Yeah, it was a really good
It
time.
was a good show. We had a good time.
Yeah, and I'd also read a few of the reviews and the listen to bits of the podcast y'all have been on. You all have been on a number of publications, Hysteria Mag. We write about music, and that is awesome. I'm giving y'all major props for just kind of getting the
Getting out
chance to
there.
be. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
definitely. Yeah, we've. I mean, it's surprising to us too. How far we've come along, and everyone wanting to like interview us, and
Yeah,
our music getting out there. It's really cool.
we feel very fortunate.
From Canada to Australia, across the U.S. It's pretty dope. So, and we're still so fresh, so it's all exciting.
Yeah, so it feels like we're just like beginning at the same time, even though we started like 5 years ago now.
Yeah, it's still really new.
Yeah, that's amazing. I did want to ask, how do these interviews and these podcast things kind of come about for y'all? Do y'all usually, kind of cast the line, make a request, or do people reach out to you after hearing your music or seeing your shows?
Yeah, I'd say it's like 50-50. When the first EP came out, we kind of sent that out everywhere to like anyone and then that caught on, and then this time around with the new single, more people have like come out and reached out to us. So it's been good.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm super stoked to hear that y'all have gotten a lot of exposure in that way. Can't wait to see where that goes. I did want to ask as well, and I've heard the music that y'all have out, at least on Spotify. Not sure if there's more out there, like on Bandcamp or whatnot. But yeah, the EP, Family Jewels, it's pretty sick. I heard more recently your latest single, and I've also kind of, how do you say, I read, I think it was the what do you call it, the Hysteria Mag review, where they kind of
yeah.
compare, huh?
Oh no, we're just Sorry,
Okay,
go
no,
on.
really.
My bad. but yeah, it was the Hysteria Mag review where the writer compares y'all's music to Descendants and Joyce Manor, a lot of those kind of alternative punk style bands. And I did want to ask, what are some of the influences that y'all draw from musically?
We have a lot. He definitely. You can talk for
Yeah.
yourself, but he
So
lives in
with
Descendants,
with
so.
me, Matt J. Yeah, I grew up with like early punk, like Germs and Black Flag, Descendants stuff. So I love the Descendants. It's like one of my favorite bands. Besides from that, I think Social D is one of my favorites. The Growlers actually, and even newer bands like Skags and Together Pangea. We're really into like those Australian bands out there too.
That's sick. That's sick. Yeah, I love Together Pangea. Got to see him at the Glass House like a year before COVID. It was rad.
Oh,
Oh,
cool. Yeah,
nice.
they're a really good live band.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
we have
hell
a
yeah.
lot of different influences, but I guess for the Hashi specifically, we just like the whole like energetic guitar driven. It's sort of like not it nods to like old school pop punk, but then I think we get a little bit more grungy, and we kind of just do whatever we want as far as like our sound, but we like to have like high energy, and we want people to move when they see us.
All right. I love that. Yeah, I can definitely feel that in your music. It's groovy for sure, but it's also pretty heavy. It's a perfect combination.
Yeah.
Cool, thank you.
No worries. I did want to ask as well, are there any sorts of non-music influences that y'all happen to draw from in terms of if of how you create?
um
It's a good question. I mean, I'm really into like the whole art aspect too of like, I mean, skateboarding, anything like that we've grown up with kind of wraps around music too
Hmm.
for me. So
Yeah, well, I would say whenever we create, it's always drawing from just like the influences in our life.
yeah.
So, like, that's kind of a hard question for me to answer. I'm not really sure, but I would say, yeah, we've we definitely love to create things and especially songwrite. But you asked about not
Ye-
music, so that's
yeah, it's a tough one.
good. You
Oh,
stumped the
my
You
bad.
Hashi.
stumped us.
My bad, my bad.
That's all good.
Ah, excuse me. Cracking my neck. All stiff up there. Yeah, so I did want to ask. I mean, I've been asking a lot of questions, so my bad if I'm just bombarding y'all
Oh
with.
no, we love
Oh
it. No,
no,
the
yeah.
more questions, the merrier.
All right. I kind of did want to ask a more open-ended thing. It's something that comes up a lot on the cast, just because it's been more, relevant and imperative as time's gone on this year. I wanted to ask what, if any, like sort of big long-term plans y'all have with the Hashi. Um, Now that COVID seems to be kind of, on the run, now that things seem like they're coming under more control. Anything could happen, really. It's anyone's game, but
Yeah.
it seems like we're entering a state where shows and events like that are a lot safer. So I wanted to ask, like, what is the plan now? What's the roadmap for y'all?
So first of all, like we definitely want to start playing a bunch of shows again. We feel like we have to make up for lost time in a way because of the pandemic. Um, Aside from that, because we couldn't play shows, we got into recording ourselves and like just buying recording equipment and just practicing it. So I would say the next step would be to record another single and then put that out, have a video, and then just book shows and have people see us.
And hopefully tour down the line at some point. Like we would love to be on tour and get our music and really get out there.
We just want to, yeah, we want to build our fan base, and like we feel like, oh, now it's time to like jump back in and
Yeah,
really like try.
definitely having another EP though before the end of this year, or at least two more singles, and then put them all together for an EP. That's probably what we're gonna do. So yeah, we'll be busy with that.
Awesome. I totally dig that. In regards to like you mentioned kind of gaining an audience. And I did kind of want to go deeper into that if y'all don't mind
Yeah,
because as a weird little creative collective that we are, a lot of the focus that we kind of have when it comes to talking to different creative folks is like, how do you reach a certain point in terms of like where you want to be in terms of success or all that kind of shit. How do you reach that when one of the parts of that goal is like growing a fan base or an audience? And I wanted to ask, like, how is that? How have y'all found the most success on that route? Do you think the shows have gotten you, you know, the largest portion of the people who follow you and listen to your music? Do you think it's from interviews? Where do you feel it comes from?
I think that it's from like hitting all of those avenues and like yeah, like doing the interviews, definitely putting out singles, just having people be able to access us. But I would say probably the biggest portion of like us, the way we grow our fan base is just playing shows. We've always like that's kind of where we thrive, I would say.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
Um,
mean, and Instagram has come a long way for us too.
yeah, there's like social,
Yeah, the
yeah,
social media helped us a lot. I think right when the first EP came out, we were like hustling, sending that out everywhere. I was asking like everyone, like let's get an interview here, let's do this. But they would always listen to our music first before giving us a response, and we've always got good feedback, so that helped us a lot. And then we played a lot of house shows in Pico Rivera, and that kind of helped us too because people would start, oh, the Hashi's gonna play and come, and it would grow and grow. And then now it's different now that we have our music on Spotify and all these music platforms. It's helped us to really get out there more on the social media aspect
yeah.
of it. So that's definitely helping. But once we are able to go on tour and play shows out of California, like I think it'll
It'll
definitely
help,
help a
yeah.
lot.
Like
So
being a band nowadays, you sort of have to do all of the above and like, on social media, play shows,
yeah, it's a lot of
have a
hustling.
presence. Yeah. So like that part can be a little bit more tedious, but I would say the shows are like where Hashi is like in our element.
Yeah,
Cool, cool. Yeah, man. I haven't played live in fucking forever, so I'm I'm really looking forward to it as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing shows from bands like y'all, just going back out there. Um,
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, we miss it too. We
yeah.
we definitely miss shows and seeing mosh pit and everything, all
Just the
the
energy
energy
of
of
it.
it.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
having a group of people like
it's
having a shared experience
yeah,
like
it's
that.
been a while.
yeah. Any good show stories from way back in the day when we everybody was able to perform live?
Uh,
um,
we have there's one that's kind of funny where uh Matt didn't realize that he had the wrong guitar string on like he had just restrung his guitar.
from
Actually,
Guitar Center.
Guitar Center messed up, but we didn't realize it until we were like about like we had to play the song that needed that guitar, and it was just like it was pretty bad.
It was a
it was
mess.
it was embarrassing.
Yeah,
Oh
and
God.
I didn't obviously check because it's from Guitar Center, so I just paid them. Why should I check? It should be
Yeah,
cool.
but now you
And
gotta
then,
check.
but now I'm like,
So yeah, it
but
was
yeah,
just
it
like,
was.
oh, we were just stumbling through it, and I don't even know if we. I think we tried to play the song a
It
couple
sounded like
times.
shit, but we went through it, and
Yeah,
yeah,
so definitely not our brightest moment. Or
yeah,
whatever.
Yeesh, I'm sorry to hear about that.
yeah. It was one of those random
It's
times.
pretty funny looking back,
Yeah, it's
though.
funny.
Yeah.
It happens. Hopefully, like that was the low point because that definitely sounds like
Yeah,
a
I
fucking bummer.
definitely.
Yeah, it was just the whole show was just kind of chaotic, and yeah,
Yeah.
it happens though. Like
Once a great while we have a mess up or
you have
just
to
a
kind of put up with like
yeah.
bullshit just being in a band, and
Mhm.
sometimes your instruments fail you. You know.
Yeah, it happens. There's a whole bunch of different elements to that: instruments, people, all that shit can combine and either
Oh
go
yeah,
great or go good
Definitely.
exactly.
or bad. Actually, that's what
Yeah.
Yeah, when it goes good, it goes really well. You know.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, dude. Like, oh, speaking of, I do want to ask as well. Are there any like favorite venues of yours, favorite places to play, like anything you might call like a home base when it comes to live music?
um,
I would like we've played only once at the Doll Hut, but I would like to have a lot of shows there
yeah, that
because
place
that's
is
like
cool.
super historic to me, just as far as the bands like we've
Yeah,
grown up with, like Social D, No Doubt, all the OC
it's
bands that have
definitely an
played there.
iconic venue
Yeah,
here in Orange County. I really like playing DBA in Pomona. We've done that a few times, and even though the show where the guitar like had the mishap was there, it was still we still have had really good shows there, and like the crowd responded well. We had like a mosh pit, so we also had like our best show there, I think.
yeah,
Oh, that's rad. DBA is such a fucking like awesome venue. I've seen a couple different art events and music events there.
yeah. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
I like just going to a show there too. But yeah, we've had some good ones there.
They have good beer.
Yeah.
That
Pomona
too.
itself is just like hopping when it comes to arts and music. Like just in that square, like few blocks, there are
Oh
so many
yeah,
different
Definitely.
venues and little art centers. It's awesome.
And we would love to play like the Glass House too. So hopefully that's in our future.
yeah, or
Yeah,
even the
that's
Fox
Or the
with
Fox.
Dream
Yeah.
Big.
oh, that'd be sick. Um, oh yeah, dude, I forgot there's a Fox Theater there.
Yeah, I
Yeah, it's
forgot
super
that too.
super nice.
I was like, oh, this place. It looks huge.
Yeah, so if you don't mind me kind of taking a bit of a tangent, I wanted to ask as well, are y'all involved in any other creative projects outside the Hashi?
Yeah, my brother and I, he's the bass player of the Hashi. We have another band called the Dares, and that's actually kind of how I met Matt in high school, so we met that way, but we became friends because he was our merch guy for a while, like when we would tour. So I do that. I also I've been writing like short stories now, so I've been like dabbling in that. And you do a lot of art. He does. You can speak for yourself.
um. Yeah. I make art for us, like for the Hashi, and then besides that, I actually have my own bakery that I did created over like the whole COVID thing, just because we weren't doing music, so I had to do something else. So
Dusted off
I
the
ended up
apron.
I ended up being a baker. Yeah,
Oh, that's sick.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Pretty random.
is that like something that's ongoing to this day, or is that
Oh
more
yeah, yeah,
just
definitely. You could find us at Letart.
Plug it, plug
Plug it right now. But yeah, we're based out of Brea, and it's all like homemade baking goods. So if anything from brownies, cakes, every you name it, banana bread. Yeah,
Oh, that's so rad. Yeah, I
yeah.
never would have guessed. Y'all have
I
got
know.
like
We all do some.
Yeah,
yeah,
we're just creative people, and
We're always busy doing stuff.
yeah.
I get you. That is so cool. We got bakeries, short stories, all sorts of creative stuff like that. Does it ever get to the point where it's like, oh gosh, I'm managing so many different like projects? Does it ever get like kind of stressful in that regard, or
Occasionally, but I would say that the music is our primary focus.
Yeah, it's always our number one thing.
So like we don't let anything get in the way of that. But we also like to do those other things as
Yeah,
well.
but we're never too tired for the Hashi and writing and making music.
Playing shows,
That's
yeah,
yeah.
that's
We still have our goals.
it. I would say that's when I feel most alive is like doing music. So
Yeah,
it's like,
definitely.
yeah, we got to do it. It's something I have to do no matter what else is going on in my life.
cool? Yeah, I like that. There's a focus there. It's cool. Seems to serve as a pretty good compass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
Awesome. Yeah. So, if you don't mind, we're probably gonna wind this little interview down a bit. Probably end within 5 or 10 minutes. I did
Cool.
want to ask though. This is a segment that we do every episode. It's just something that's kind of grown on us, and I really enjoy it. I wanted to ask y'all if there are any local bands, local artists, or groups that y'all want to shout out, people within the creative community that you're a part of that you want to give some props to. If so, yeah, shout them out here, give them some love.
Oh, this is fun. Shout out to My Machete. My Machete. One of my favorite local bands. The Altons. They.
Oh, when your hopes are down, oh my dear, and nothing's going
I'm trying to think of the bands we played it with. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember the names of a couple of them, but they're when we were playing backyard shows a lot, it would be like similar lineups. So, like, like
Ooh,
that was really fun.
safety pins from
Yeah, I
like
can't-
East LA or Pico.
California sucks and I'm stuck right here wishing everyone would fucking jump the beer while it bends away. Oh God, I miss your face.
Just a.
Yeah, there's so many.
We haven't played a show, so I'm trying to remember. What are they
Yeah.
called?
Meat Market. I think they're up in San Fran. They're really sick. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I can't really. I don't have their names. Portamento.
I know you're out there. I know you're out there somewhere. And I know you're out there. I know you're out there somewhere. Will I find? Will I ever find you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
sick,
a
though.
bunch of we have a few, but
we've just I think with every show we've played, we've just been lucky to like jump into like a really happening like underground scene.
oh,
And-
Cosmic Kitten for sure.
Oh yeah.
We've had
Oh yeah.
quite a
they're
few
really
shows
cool.
with them. They're really good.
Yeah, we love playing with them.
Oh hell yeah! I love Cosmic Kitten. Big
Oh,
big
yeah, they're
fan of
sick.
Zach.
Yes,
Oh, 1 second.
but
Gotta-
yeah, I think
Sorry,
Like
my
there's
monitor.
more, but right
Yeah,
now we can't think, I guess.
that's.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. That's cool. Like, I'm glad y'all recognize like a lot of those folks in your creative communities. It's always good to have that sort of camaraderie.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
definitely.
Yeah, if y'all don't mind, I want to shout out a few folks that have had the chance to work with. Lots of awesome people out in the community. I want to shout out Karen Joyce. They are an amazing, multi-talented artist, creating both illustrative work and music. They go by Yellowstained Blue on the Instagram. And I got to see them perform for the first time at the Pop Hop up in what do you call it, in Highland Park. Beautiful little acoustic jazz set. It was absolutely
Nice.
phenomenal. So big shout out to them. Can't wait to see them perform again. Also want to give a shout out to Curious Publishing, the local zine publishing group based out of the Inland Empire. That has been creating an amazing array of zines and art books featuring all sorts of local artists. That is headed by Rebecca Ustrell, CEO of Curious Publishing. Yeah, a whole bunch of awesome creators out there. Big shout outs to them.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, any final thoughts that you'd like to share? Any upcoming projects that you want to plug before we pull the plug on this one?
We're still booking shows.
Yeah, so if
And-
anyone wants to hit us up and book something, hit us up on our Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook. We're definitely going to release a new single pretty soon, so
Yeah,
just be on the lookout.
We'll be working on that.
And definitely a music video getting going with that.
Yeah, I guess just like look for us online and come to a show. We'd love to have you guys.
Yeah. And last shout out to Diversified Arts and Tina with their group. They've been helping us promote shows and stuff, and hopefully they help us with the future. And the After Hours
Oh yeah.
in New York.
Yeah, Long Island.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're really
nice,
cool.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all have got a network going all the way from here to New York. That's rad.
Yeah, we're trying to get the Hashi clan.
Nice choice of words.
Oh my gosh. The Hashi tribe.
The Hashi tribe, the Hashianites.
All right. Yeah, this was another episode of the Camerata Podcast featuring the Hashi. Thank you, Matt and Matt, for excuse me. Thank you for ooh, major brain fart. Glad that happened at the end of the episode. Thank you, Matt and Matt, for joining us for this conversation, and thank you to everybody for listening in, checking in on the local scene. We'll catch you next episode.
Awesome. Thank
Cool.
you.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for having
much.
us.
Yeah, no problem.